move into the next segment here, which is actually going to be working on StackerNews, or really first and foremost, setting up the new StackerNews dev environment. So if I go, I'm here at my version of StackerNews. Am I up to date? Cool, I'm up to date. So we can just look at this. So Keon was telling me he's been working on improving just the dev environment, getting things set up for StackerNews, making it easier to get started. And this is amazing. And he wrote a whole new README explaining it. So I'm going to walk through this and show you how it's working on my machine. Yeah, I just want to say for me, this is really cool because years ago, I wanted to work on StackerNews, and I didn't even know anyone in Austin or Keon at the time, and I wanted to work on StackerNews, and I couldn't get it running locally. And I actually have, let's search login locally. I have this issue. Oh wait, this is on mine. I need to go to the original. Login locally. Issues. Here I am. So December 28th, 2021. So I'm trying to get like ngrok working here, and Keon's trying to walk me through it, and it kind of didn't work out. But anyway, weird random tangent origin story there. So you know, getting these projects running for the first time can be hard. In fact, I said this recently, like sometimes what's harder than any bug is actually just getting something to run locally for the first time. And so that is definitely the case for a lot of open source projects, even if they are using Docker, which StackerNews is. But now it's easier than ever. So I'm going to walk you through it. So we have this new SnDev script, set of scripts that was built here. And so all you're really going to need to do is right here, like it says, clone the repo. You need to install Docker, and we need to have Docker open. So I have the repo here. I'm on master. Let's just make sure I've got my latest. I am on the latest. Let's zoom in. This is kind of small. We'll zoom in like that. I think that looks fine. Sweet. Okay. Let's go to the README. Okay, so you are going to clone down StackerNews, and you should just have your repo open like I do, and you should be on master, be on the latest. You actually don't have to be on master. That's not true, but just make sure you're on the latest. And the next thing you need is we need to have Docker Desktop open. You just need to have it open. You don't need to manually run anything. And so I ran this earlier for the first time, just because the first run takes a really long time. So I just went ahead and did it up front, but it will be the very same kind of process for you. So you've got the repo cloned down here. You have it open. We have our terminal open. So now we can start playing with these scripts. So very simply, we can start the development environment with /sndev start. And then we have these other commands that we'll look at that will help us log in as a NIM. It will let us fund and withdraw with LND. And then there's some other things you can do here. Cool. So let's do /sndev start. Oh, I need a space. Okay, cool. So now the Docker Compose is going to spin up. So all this stuff was already cached for me. So for you, this first step with all this blue text, it's going to be pulling everything down from the cloud. So this will take a while. It'll take a while for you. That's fine. Only the first time. After that, it should cache all these containers. And we see all these containers. These are a part of the StackerNews dev environment. So there's a million things happening in my terminal right now. We can see this is yellow, so it's not fully spun up. It's still starting up. There was a point in time where I knew what all of these Docker images were for. but I do not anymore. But for the most part, where we're gonna be hanging out is in the app image right here and in the DB. They have an image proxy. We've got Bitcoin node here. Looks like this is being put together with Polar Lightning. They have open search. I'm not sure what this is. S3, it seems like this is for local like image storage or something like that. So you can play around with like the uploading image features. Chandler, I don't know what this is. Some channel handler. We have SNLND. So StackerNews, maybe a StackerNews wrapped LND node. There's an OS dashboard, a worker, that's just a regular worker, and this is what usually starts up last. And then we have Stacker LND, which I don't know what the difference between that and SN LND is. But anyway, those are all of our containers. It looks like we're close to getting everything spun up. So yeah, I mean, even with having everything run the first time and having it cached, it still takes a few minutes to start up, or I guess like 2 minutes. But maybe it's not helping that I'm streaming. But either way, we'll know that it's ready once we see it'll kind of spit out a localhost 3000 for us to connect to. Waiting for open search to start. Okay, there we go. So this is at this point when you see this localhost in next, we should be ready to render. It looks like there's an issue with the open search container, or maybe it's just the worker here. That's fine. Let's see if we can get this loaded. Let me try and start this manually. Worker. Okay, the worker dev script is running. There we go. It looks like it was just kind of a weird startup with the worker. Can we load our page now? Compiling. Compiled in 18.2 seconds. Was that my... Doesn't look compiled to me. Dependency failed. Container app is unhealthy. Live demos, am I right? Okay. Let's just stop this and we'll restart it. And we'll take another minute here, but I actually need to take a very quick 30-second break. I'm just gonna grab some water, but I'm gonna start this up again, so we should be fresh and ready to go from that point. Okay. So let's try this again. All right, I'll be right back in 1 second. All right. Are we running here now? Everything except for the worker. Once again. Oh, here we are. Localhost 3000. Renders. Still taking a really long time here. Yeah, it might just be because I'm streaming at the same time here. Docker definitely is a hungry beast. Yeah. Well, either way, we are able to get it kind of running here. Let me go log out, refresh. Okay, started the worker manually again. We're still rendering here. Okay, everything's running now. Yeah, going a little slow, so we might not be able to do all that I want to do here, but I can at least show you how to log in. So I was already logged in from my, it was cached to my local storage from before, but I'll go ahead and show you. So for you, hopefully you should just be able to run sndev start, and that should just work. All that I really did here was like I saw that the worker container wasn't running, or it errored out, so I just started it again manually. Hopefully you don't have to do that. I hadn't had a problem with this until I was trying it live. But either way, things are running, we're rendering. Okay, so next is logging in. So we can do sndev login to login as a nim, and we can create any nim to do that. So while this is running, you can go ahead and open up a new terminal, and we can do /sndev, and we'll do login, and we can put any name here as our nim. So I'll put Plebdev as my nim. Okay, cool, and it gives me this link to open in the browser. This is a really cool way of doing this. So it basically creates my nim user and gives me a whole new window, so I can just close this one out. And great, look at that. And so from here, the next thing you might want to do, like, okay, we have an account, but we still can't post because we don't have any sats. And so this is something else we can do, is we can fund our wallet with sndev. So I'm going to go ahead and do fund, and I'm going to fund for 3,000 sats. I'm going to generate an invoice. Give it a second here. Cool. And first of all, I can see because of the LN BCRT, this is, wait, is that testnet or reg? It's reg test. So this is actually the reg test node that's running in the Docker Compose container, which is really cool. So now I can do sndev, and I can do fund. So there's fund and withdrawal. So fund will pay a bolt 11 for funding. So I can do fund, and then I can put in this bolt 11. And look at that, payment hash, description, destination, fee limit, and confirm payment. I'll say yes. Ooh, very nice. Give me a little chart. Resolve time, 0.282. And if I go back here, I see that my sats are deposited, and I have it, and I can now go create a post. And this will all just be, of course, on my local database, my local dev environment. But for some of the features you might be working on StackerNews, you know, you might need to post, you might need to tip. So let's just go into like Bitcoin discussion. Yo, hahaha. So I can post that, and we see it charged me, only 1 sat to post in Bitcoin on local. That's a good deal. But okay, we see that works. We see my my item is here. I can edit it. So sweet. So one other thing we can do with the wallet here is we can you know, small chance you might need to do this depending on what kind of feature you're working with. So I can go to withdraw, and it's going to ask me to put in an invoice. But where I actually get this invoice is from SNDev. So let's clear. So I can do SNDev withdraw, and I believe I can put in an amount. So let's withdraw 420 sats. And it should, yep, it gives me an invoice. Copy that. Paste this in, withdraw. It worked. Okay, cool. So though, right there, that's a lot of, maybe all the actions you'll actually need to work on any features you might want to work on. We also have, we can do PSQL to just go right into the PSQL command line interface into your local database, which is very nice. I haven't tried these yet, dev PR, so fetch and check out a PR. Okay, that's pretty nice. So you probably just put in a PR link. We've got lint to run the linters, which is something you'll want to do before you commit. And we have some pass-throughs here to get access to LNCLI and SNLND, and LNCLI and Stacker LND. I still don't know the difference between these two containers. I need to figure it out. I'm sure it's documented somewhere. But cool, that is basically the new way of starting up the StackerNews dev environment. So not too difficult, maybe just a little bit of time and resource intensive here, at least right now while I'm streaming. But I've got everything up and running, and so that's cool. And so I guess the next thing I want to do is work on a small PR for a small fixed PR for cross-posting links to Nostr. So I'm going to get into this, and I guess first and foremost I'm going to make a branch. So are we still running? Yeah, we're still running in our other terminal, so I'm just going to make a branch here, and I'm going to dive in. I'll kind of explain to you what I'm trying to do here. So let's check out a new branch. You can check out -b. We'll call it bug fix. Call it cross post link context. So there's this context field that was kind of a newer addition to the links that I wasn't aware of when I was working on the cross posting of links. So right now when we cross post links, we don't cross post this context field as well. So this is one I want to add. It should be pretty easy, but we'll kind of get to look into the current Nostr stuff that's here. So it might be a little bit of fun. Okay, so we're on our new branch. Very cool. And so I think where we're going to be here is this use cross poster. So basically all of the Nostr stuff lives inside of, we have a nostr.js file somewhere here. Oh, it's in tools or utils, something like that. Scripts, lib. Yeah, so lib/Nostr. Nostr.js. So this has a bunch of the stuff like this, you know, hex to bec32. We have publish a Nostr event function. This is a cross post function. that basically all the events should already be formatted and everything, and they get passed into here to be cross-posted across a bunch of relays and give you toast messages depending on what happens. So that's what's happening inside of Noster.js here. But the use cross poster, this is what actually has all the cross posting logic, and it's pretty, I guess it's not super dense, but I've spent a lot of time in here. And basically at the top here we have these functions, which are kind of nice to have at the top because they're showing you exactly the format of each of the post types or item types on StackerNews and how they're going to translate into Noster. So we have discussion to event, link to event, poll to event, and bounty to event. And maybe later here I'll be adding reply to event. We'll see. But for right now I want to look into the link to event. So right now, link to event, this is one of the more simple ones. It's the only Noster event that we have it's not a parameterized replaceable event, which basically just means that it's not an event type that we can update. It's just the kind one, right? So this is the equivalent of a tweet on Noster. It cannot be edited. So that is one downside, like something inside of an edit window. Like if you edit a link, you won't replace that cross-posted note. You'll actually just make a new one. So this is something, I mean, I want to clean up in the future and have kind of a cleaner solution for, but it just made sense to post these as kind one at first instead of overcomplicating it with this is the long form NIP23 like parameterized replaceable event. But this is just kind one. And so right now, pretty simple. I'm just taking the title and the URL, and I'm just breaking a line in between them, and that's just how I'm formatting it. So my dumb simple idea is that I'm just going to do the same exact thing once again, \n, but I'm going to do item dot context 90 and $sign here. So is it gonna be this simple? I'm not sure. So that's what I hope to get, but the question is, are we even gonna get the context on the item? And I guess first and foremost, I wanna see how the links are formatted on StackerNews, first and foremost. So let's go see if we have a link post here. Hi, I don't know why I'm here, but big love from Londe. What's up? Welcome. I don't know why I'm here either, honestly. But big love back to you. Cheers. Happy Monday. Okay, is this a link? Store special. JPL, what is up? Welcome. This is a link type. Copy link. Cool. So it looks like how StackerNews is formatting these. We have title and the link is next to it, and then this is the context, it appears. So from my end, I guess I'll probably do title, link, context, and that's just how it'll look on Noster. It seems simple enough, so let's give it a try. So, should I just cross post it raw? So I have all of these fake accounts. I don't even want to dox them because I do so much with these fake accounts, but I might just post from a fake account and see what we get back in here. So let's console.log item. We'll say item in link to event. And I'm going to take this out for right now, just in case it throws an error. Item in link to event. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to cross post a link, and let's see what we get if we do it. So I'm going to post. And I'm already logged in thanks to SNDev. I'm already funded thanks to SNDev, and that was easy, so I don't need to think about that. I can just start getting my hands dirty, which is cool. Okay, we'll post this into Bitcoin, do a link, title. Okay, and the context is under here. So I guess it's interesting. Context is optional, so that's something we want to consider here. You know, like, might not have context. Okay, but let's try it. Context. This is the context, my guy. Okay, and we'll check the cross post to Noster button here, and it should now prompt Albie to open up and have me sign it. Okay, here we go. Sign it. And I'll open up my console. Okay, cool. So it cross-posted successfully, and I've got my item in link event. So let's look at what we have here. A bunch of fields, but do we have the context field? Because that's what I need. Text. So context is called text for links. Interesting. Okay. So I guess there's going to be two different possible contents here, one where we just have title and URL, and one where we have all three. So given that, I guess I'm going to do some kind of condition here. So I'm going to say let content field. So that content field, and I'm gonna say if item.text. Then I'm gonna say content field equals item.text, item.url, except this would actually be title \n and then item.text. Else content field is just the title and the URL. And then this would just be content field. I don't know if I like this right now, but I mean, it's very simple code, so. Content field. Okay, so we should be able to try this again. So now, first I can actually go and check the Noster note here and see what our first post looks like. Oh, this opens up a whole new tab. So I see tester, sorry, and there's my link with a single line break. Damn, GitHub Copilot is so useful. It is useful. I don't know, I pay for it and I'm like, it's kind of hard to justify in a way. Like, it's very useful and I just use it effortlessly, but I only use it as autocomplete. Like, anytime that there's like, I don't know, like some kind of, I can't even create a syntax error. Well, like if there's some kind of type error, like you can right click and you can say like, what is it? Oh, it's not here right now. But when there's an error, it basically gives you a prompt to like have Copilot explain the error, or have Copilot fix the error. Like, it's never able to fix my errors, and usually what it generates for me, like via autocomplete, is like 80% correct, or maybe like 70% correct, and it's like, okay, that's good enough to go through the autocomplete, but it's hard to say that it really makes me better. It's kind of just a quality of life thing. But I don't know. I imagine it will get a lot better, because like Copilot is reading more and more of your repo like over time, or like they're able to take more and more context in, so they're able to give you better answers. But I mean, definitely as a junior, or just when you're writing stuff like API endpoints where you know what it's going to be, it's just very repetitive. That's where I really like to use it. But it's still like, I'm glad I have it. I'm just like, I don't know if I'll pay for it forever. Okay, so let's, I guess let's cross-post a new link here. And let's see if it works. Go back here again, link, tester again, baby. https://google.com. And then my context here, this is the context. Cross-post. Let's see how it looks. Confirm. Cool. Right, let's see it on Noster. Okay, well, I mean, it all got in there, but the single line break looks really ugly with 3 lines. I'm thinking that now. Let me look at, like, through a normal client. We'll go to no strudel. I think I'm already logged in. Yeah. Yeah, also there's these white spaces here. White space, white space, white space. Okay, cool. So I think really what I'm going to do is like a single line break here, no space, and then a double line break, no space for the context. Because, I mean, that's kind of how you would format it if it was a tweet. So I'll fix that. For the record, for y'all that are watching and you don't know about Noster, this is what's so cool about Noster is that, you know, I've got content here on StackerNews that I'm posting, and people might be zapping it on StackerNews. But then I can cross-post it onto Noster, and I'm pulling it up on NoStrudel. I can pull it up on a dozen different clients. It's reaching audiences. It's reaching people that don't even know about StackerNews, and they can see it, they can interact with it, and they can zap it. So I think cross-posting is really powerful, and I'm like super bullish on Noster cross-posting. Like, I'm bullish on platforms like StackerNews that are like, they're doing what they do. It's not a walled garden, but it's a very curated community, you know, but at the same time that they're able to interoperate with like a different open protocol. I think that's super powerful. So that's kind of what's going on here with the Noster cross-posting. And like normally, I mean, people are just posting right to StackerNews, but you can always hit that checkbox. If we go link options, this checkbox is always here. And if you have any kind of Albi or any kind of NIP07 Noster signer, it will work. So it's pretty damn cool. Okay, let's reformat this ugly ass link and do it right. So first of all, here there will be no space. There will be no space here, except we're gonna break a double line. Take out the spaces here as well. Okay, and that should be more like it. Did I save that? Yes. Okay, let's try again. Testing a link. Noster.com. Let's see. Context. Let's see how this looks. Couldn't find it. Oops. Okay, there we go. Okay, the double break, that looks better, I think. Show one new note. Testing a link, baby. There we go, this is my context. I'm saying something about the link I posted above. Cool. I think that looks pretty good. I'm wondering if I want to do this different. Because I am just gonna push this up in a PR. So let's think about this code for a second. So I'm letting this. So if item.text. So this is the optional parameter that may or may not be present. So this is our special content field if it's present. Otherwise, we just have the title and the URL. The title and the URL should already be here, I believe. But where does link to event? Let's go crawl backwards and see where this all comes together. So link to event. Oh my gosh. Okay. So link to event gets called inside of the switch statement, which is handle event creation. Handle event creation gets called on cross-post item. And cross-post item gets called on handle cross-post. Cool. Yeah, that's what I was saying. This is kind of a little bit dense. And then this is what gets returned, and this is our hook. And so this is what the actual component will call as handle cross-post. So let's start here. So handle cross-post, get an item ID. We check to see if window.noster is available. If item.id, we fetch the item data. Cross-post result equals cross-post item. So fetch item data with the item ID. Pass an item ID, fetching an item from the database, and we just simply return data item. Okay. Okay. Fetch item data, and then cross-post result with just whatever we get back. Yeah, so this fetch item, so since like the only variable we're passing is item ID, this should literally just fetch all of the fields on the item. So we shouldn't have to worry about missing fields. I guess that's what I'm worried about with this like conditional statement. Like it's really simple, but I just don't want to end up in a scenario where maybe like I'm expecting we have a field that we don't have. We didn't go into cross-post item. Oops. Item, handle event creation, that's where we kind of do the link to event. We get our event, and then we simply just cross-post it. Okay. So fetch item. Where's fetch item coming from? This is, okay, use lazy query. Sweet. So we have the item full fields, the pull fields. Item full and pull fields. Okay, so let's go look at these item full fields. Item full should have literally every single field that we could possibly need. So this query should cover, I mean, every case. Like there shouldn't be any missing fields. Text, root. And we spread the item fields first and foremost. Item fields. Title URL. Sweet. So interesting thing here. Yeah, so this is the whole reason that I needed to goddamn, where's that query again? Okay, the whole reason I need to make this query like this is because the item fields themselves do not contain text. Only the full fields do. So item full fields plus the pull fields, and of course the pull fields will just have the pull results. Where was I? It's back here, item full fields. Yeah, okay, because you notice that item fields here, there's no text property. We have title, we have URL, but we don't have the actual text. So this was a problem I was running into. And so with item full fields, we have all the item fields plus Look at that right at the top, text. I mean, I think text should be in the item fields. I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason it's done like this, but okay. Either way, that query looks correct. Like we shouldn't end up in a scenario where we get back a link without a title or a URL, because it shouldn't even be allowed to be posted, because these are not, you know, optional fields for a link. So I could be a little bit more paranoid with this. But I think I like it how it is. So yeah, it's just simple. You end up with 1 or 2 context fields. Sweet. Cool. Damn, is that really all we needed for this? There's 1 line change, or like 3 line changes? Yeah. You know, the way I had this formatted before, I had a space in here. So I was doing it ugly before. I'm so mad at myself. I can't believe I didn't notice that. Okay, whatever. It's fixed now. So let's just do it. Let's add everything. Actually, wait. I'm gonna do /snddev lint, and I will lint my code. Make sure there's no issues. Standard lint. Oh no, did I freeze? I don't think I froze. The music's just repetitive. Okay. Okay. Standard fix. To automatically fix some problems, we have an extra semicolon, trailing spaces. Okay, I think I can do npx standard -- fix, maybe? Okay, that seemed to work. Now if I run SNDEP lint again, there should be no issues. Man, why is it taking so long? Okay, there we go. So no issues, cool. So git add everything, git commit -m, add context field. To cross-posted link if present. Okay, I think that's clear. Git push. Am I on my... Yeah, this is my StackerNews, so this should just push branch to my repo. Upstream origin. Bug fix cross-post link context. Okay. New branch, go back to GitHub here. Okay, cool. So push to mine. So... StackerNews master from this. Yeah, so add context field to cross-posted link if present. List the new context. Adds into the cross-posted event and content if present. The cross-posted link will be formatted like so. Oops. I'm actually just gonna put an image here. I'll just take a screenshot of my master.com. Do I still have that open? I need the note ID. Details. What those details? View raw. IDs. Okay, event ID. master.com/event ID. Let's try this one. Okay, cool. A cross-posted link with the context field. Like so. Cross-posted link event. Format like so. I still want to do the code snippet here. I don't know. I'm just built like that. I just wanted to I want someone to be able to read the PR description and know everything they need to know. m.url. Okay. Sweet. Let's create this PR. Oh, they have a bot here. Coder Rabbit AI. Oh, Keon was telling me about this. Automated reviews, summarization. That's pretty cool. Line by line review, code base verification. Damn. I'm sure you have to pay for this, yeah. Trial. Man, this seems useful though. If I had like, yeah. If I was maintaining a big open source project like StackerNews, I would want to have something like this as well. Especially if there's a lot of people contributing to it. So that's cool. Looks like I'm passing lint checks here. So that's great. Cool. We'll leave that open and we'll see what happens. Until then, let's go back to check out master. And let me make sure I'm still up to date. Because Keon might just be pushing commits. Oh, I need to go to my fork. Look at this fork. Four commits since I started working on that feature. That's kind of amazing. That was like, what, 30 minutes? And I'm already behind 4 commits. Man, this guy's a monster. How am I supposed to... What am I doing here? Okay. The fork is synced. Get pull. Master, okay. Sweet. You want to hear a joke? Why do Bitcoiners only use plasticware at our meetups? It's because we don't like hard forks. Okay, new branch. Let's go. Git checkout -b. So this one's gonna be cross post replies. Dang, I need to update. Update my my notes here. We've done a majority of this now. So local env setup. We did that. Cool. Okay. I don't get it. I'm French too. Doesn't help. It's actually a joke about the French people. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I have a bunch of niche Bitcoin jokes. I need to get some more mainstream jokes. If you ever try and write a joke for children, that's very hard. It's an interesting challenge. I give you all that challenge if you're watching. Try to create a genuinely unique joke that you come up with that you could tell to someone's child without them being mad at you. That's a real challenge. Okay, so cross post replies. So this one I'm gonna get started on, but I know we'll definitely not finish it here. But basically, so this one's gonna be interesting. I have some notes about how I want to do replies. I have like a whole spec that I had written out many months ago about how I wanted to do all this cross-posting stuff. So let me see what my notes are for SN cross-posting. Pull this over here so I don't dox my whole life. Sweet. Okay. P3. Oh, I already did this. I have a spec sheet. Here it is. Okay. So spec for reply. So parent must have a property that denotes it was cross-posted. The root must have a property that denotes it was cross-posted. The rest is the same as discussion post above. Okay. So we have a parent and a root. So, yes, of course. So since, let's see, do we have something with multiple comments? Here it is. Could computer me? I bet. I love these nonsensical seed data items. Okay, cool. So yeah, we have this kind of nesting of the replies here. So we're gonna have a root item, and then there's gonna be a parent item. So in order for reply to be cross-posted, if you want to cross-post this reply right here, what needs to be true is not only that this has been cross-posted, this top-level item, but that this item, its parent, has also been cross-posted. So that'll be interesting to figure out. And this logic will kind of live in this item. So this is item info right here. So I probably want to start there. Like I want to start on the condition. I just want to correctly render a cross-post item button. If the parent has been cross-posted and if the root has been cross-posted. So starting from there, if I get that criteria correct, then from there I'll be pushing that item into a reply to event function I'll make. And it should be pretty straightforward from there, but it's this part right here. This will maybe be a little bit tricky. So let's start here. Let me see if I can just get this going. So let's just console log the items on this page. Lib pages. So I'm on items. Wait, what page am I on? I'm on items at ID. Items ID index. And then we have item full. So let's go in the item full component. Sweet. Item, bio, rank, props. Awesome. So I'm just going to console log item here. Log item. And we should get all the items, including the replies here. So let's rerun this page, if I'm in the right component, at least. Oh no, we're slowing down again. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Okay, is this everything? It doesn't really look like it. There's definitely more comments here than this, but let's look through some of these. Path, parent ID. Determine magazine, police agent, billion. Okay, so this is our top level item. Determine magazine. Determine magazine. Okay, cool. So this is just showing us the top level item again and again. This is an item full. We have a root provider, item.parent, comment. If item.parent ID true, we have this comment component. And then we have top level item. If bio. Item.comments and comments component. So let's go into here. Sweet. Let me undo this actually. Discard changes. And back into comments. Okay. So the comments, parent ID and bio. Comments, this and then goes into comment. Item. It looks like we have the full item here. And is this where we have like item info? I believe it is. Item info. Yeah. Sweet. So this is where we would put the cross-posted button. Cool. So this is where I want to start. So let's actually log commit. Oh wait, not comment. Item. Refresh this. Sweet, this looks about right. Okay, that's enough. Is it going? Is it still going? Okay. Okay, cool. Comment. So we have a parent ID. Text ID. And then there should be, is there a root? Freebie ID. Path. Parent ID is 458122. And the path is 458122. 458. So it looks like this path is like the path back up to the root, which is kind of crazy. Because I'm gonna have to crawl the parent IDs. Damn. Let's look inside of the item info component. What do we have access inside of there right now? Item info. Okay, we pass in the item. Yeah, and it has all these conditions for If it's an item, if it's a full, if it's a comment. I do not like this song. Okay. Where's the current cross post drop down item? So if it, right now that's what we're saying, if item and item.mine and item, and there's not a node ID and it's not a job and there's not a parent ID. Interesting. Is there a root anywhere here? Item, full, root, use root. So what is root right here if I call it? Okay, here we go. Okay, so we do have root here. We have the root ID, and this is actually the full root item. And I can see node ID is null, so that's very nice. Okay, so we already have this piece of information here. So let's just start to create a new condition similar to our other one. And we'll make the code better over time, but I just want to start to get this right. For post replies, put this right here. Okay. And so we want to say if item.mine, that is true. If there's not a node ID, correct. Okay. And I'm going to say and not item, root dot no ID. Oh wait, no. We need the root to have a node ID. Okay, so if we have the item, if the item is mine, if it hasn't been cross-posted, if the root has been cross-posted, and if the parent. So do I have parent here, or do I just have parent ID? Parent ID, parent ID, parent ID, parent ID, parent ID. Yeah. So currently I just have the parent ID. So that means I need to query for the parent to see if they have cross-post or not. That's kind of annoying. I don't want to have to do that. Do we have any queries in this component currently? Reply is post. What is full? What's full going to show us? Full is undefined. Full is just true. Okay. So that's just if we're on the full view page, I guess, for a particular item. And I see no other way to do this. except for doing the query. So if I need a query for an item by its parent ID, I'm going to do a use lazy query. And there's not that many. Get dupes. Action position. Item fields to get related. Use query. I want to reuse if there's already a query in here that's similar. I want to like reuse it or copy it. Chain fee button. Fetch more, with me, create for me, price, inventory list, use cross-poster user list.
I have designed this speaker to amplify my thoughts
User
so people
full.
won't quit asking me for sandwiches. That should work.
Invoice, item. Okay, here's one. Post edit. Variables ID equals router.query.id. Data. Okay. Now let's take something like this and we'll refactor it. Okay, back into item info. Okay.
Remember? You sure I didn't harness the power of the sun?
No, it's definitely sticks. Meeting with
Post
sticks.
data. Cons parent
Go get 'em.
data. Parent ID. Where's the item.parent ID? Item.parent ID. Parent ID.
How's it going, man?
So maybe use effect. Do I need to wait for this data, or can I just like, I'm trying to think. If I can say const
Are you still here?
is parent cross posted equals parent.data dot item dot note
Welcome to the
ID.
program.
I'm sorry. I thought the show was over.
It started?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's just assume that works for right now. Where are we at? Okay, sweet. So if we have the item, if it's mine, if it hasn't been cross-posted, if the root at the top level has been cross-posted, and if is parent cross-posted. If that is all true, I should be presented with the cross-post drop-down item. Cool. This is actually going to be kind of hard to test because I will have to make multiple nim accounts and comment all on the same item, I think. Use query is not defined. Okay. Use query from. Bring it over here. Use query. Item is not defined. Okay, seems to render. Let's get rid of this console log and put in a new one. Shit. Where did I put it? In comment. Just remember that. It's the only change. Okay, cool. Oh, sorry, I'm jumping around. Okay, here we go. Just want to console log. Log is parent cross posted. And maybe I'll actually also console log the parent data. Parent data. Parent data. Okay, undefined, undefined, undefined. God damn it. Let's do a use effect for this. Use effect. Callback function. Parent data. Let's do this. Load. And do we ever get parent data? Or maybe I'm forgetting something, I'm missing something. I know the parent ID is there. Use query for item. Variables ID equals item.parent ID. Just make sure we have our item. Parent ID. Parent ID. Okay, so we have parent ID. Try item full. Do another refresh here. So I must be screwing up my query somehow here. Use query, item full. Let's look for anything similar to this. Actually, let's do this. Query.id. Just run it. We call it data. Is it because I renamed it to parent data? Should I not have done that? Data equals. I'm still getting somewhat familiar with Prisma. I don't think you need to call it data. Parent data. Oops. Data. Okay, what do we do this time? No, it's just loading. Come on. Oh, here we go. Okay, we are getting it now. So I guess I have to call it data. I can't just give it any named variable, but that's okay. It's reloading again. Oh no, it's nothing again. Wait, no, there we go. Holy shit. This is running a lot. Okay, so we get back data, and it'll be data.item. And we have note ID, cool. So we have data.item.noteID. That actually is correct. So, and then we have is parent cross posted? Null, 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 null. Should I use state for this? Has new comments. It has new comments. Okay. Yeah, let's do const is set is parent cross posted. Okay, and then right here we'll say if data and data.item and data.item.note ID. Let me set it to true. Otherwise, it defaults to false. Cool. But none of these should come back as true because still none of these are cross-posted, I believe. Is it reloading? No, I'll give it another run. Oh, I'm not console logging it. Is parent false? Okay. So this is kind of a start here. Yeah, I think this is a good point to let's lint it again. Let's just push what we have. This is at least some kind of a start. I've done a lot of the upfront difficult thinking here. This should be like all of the conditional, like the conditions we need to check up front to determine if something should be able to be cross-posted, a reply that is. And from here, all I have to do is just make sure that it's formatted and it's piped into the cross-post function. So hopefully the rest should be pretty straightforward. But I gotta get home to Mrs. Plebdev. Get home for dinner tonight. Okay, so I linted everything. Let's get add thing, get commit shim. Checking if parent and root are cross-posted in order to render cross-post button on item info for reply. It's kind of a long description, but whatever. Hit push, set up stream. Sweet, okay. Branch created, this should be on mine. cross-post replies. Sweet. That looks good. Alrighty. Well, thanks for tuning in if you did. I'm gonna record a better demo of the SNDev environment. We had a little bit of trouble setting it up, so I'm probably just gonna record a video to do that. But keep an eye out. I will be streaming more this week, probably on Thursday, and then I'm gonna plan on doing a workshop this weekend, which I'll stream, and I'll announce that soon once I get it working. And maybe I'll actually work on my workshop one of these nights when I stream next. But thanks y'all for tuning in. Check out Plebdevs if you are interested in learning how to code, if you want to build Bitcoin, Lightning, Nostr apps, and if you want to become a Bitcoin developer. But cheers y'all, happy Monday. I'll see you soon.